11. Elite mindsets that can accelerate your success. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Ordinary people try to change outcomes. Exceptional people change causes. But true masters change their way of thinking. Psychology professor Carol Dweck from Stanford University once pointed out in her research on lifelong growth that the difference between people does not lie in talent or effort, but in mindset. A person's level of thinking ultimately sets the ceiling of their life. Below are 11 elite mindsets. If you cultivate them, you will reach success earlier and more steadily than most. 1. The adaptive mindset. A single raindrop weighs nearly 50 times more than a mosquito. With gravity added, the impact of a raindrop on a mosquito is no different from a bus crashing into a human body. So why do mosquitoes survive rain? An American professor used high-speed cameras to capture the moment mosquitoes are struck by raindrops. When the drop hits their wings or legs, the mosquito leans into the force, rolls its body, and lets the raindrops slide off. Their bodies are coated with a water-repellent material, similar to lotus leaves. Even when knocked down, mosquitoes fall together with the raindrop, then quickly adjust their posture, separate, and continue flying. No matter how heavy the raindrop is, mosquitoes survive because they constantly adapt. This perfectly proves Darwin's theory of evolution. It's not the strongest species or the smartest that survives, but the one that adapts fastest to change. Andy Grove, the founder of Intel, once said, "Change happens 10 times faster than we expect." Look around you. How many once stable jobs have vanished? How many booming industries are being replaced? In a world of constant motion, true stability comes from proactive adaptation. 2. Probabilistic thinking. During World War II, statisticians were asked to analyze bullet holes in returning aircraft to decide where to reinforce armor. Most people concluded, reinforce the areas with the most bullet holes. But mathematician Abraham Wald disagreed. He argued that armor should be added to the areas with the fewest bullet holes, the engines. Why? Because planes hit in the engine never returned. Ordinary people only see what survived. Masters see what's missing. This is the essence of probabilistic thinking. Investor Charlie Munger once compared investing to fishing. Fish where the fish are, and never forget that rule. In life, we constantly face 3 questions. What should I do? What should I avoid? What should I repeat long-term? Probabilistic thinking helps us answer all 3. 3. Leverage thinking. In the 1970s, the British Library needed to move 13 million books. Estimated cost, £3.5 million. A young employee proposed a solution and asked for only £150,000. The next day, the library announced, "From today, the British Library is open for free. Please return your borrowed books to our new location." Result, 90% of the books were moved, at a fraction of the cost. Leverage thinking means changing the frame, not working harder. As one book put it, if thinking is a wall, the world is on the other side. There are no dead ends in this world, only fixed mindsets. 4. Four-dimensional thinking. Researcher Michael Simmons spent 5 years studying self-made billionaires. He found they all shared one trait. They think in 4 dimensions. Most people think short-term. Masters think across decades and centuries. Jeff Bezos invests billions in experiments that may fail. Warren Buffett invests in companies he plans to hold for decades. Masayoshi Son once said, "Don't overestimate what you can achieve in 1 year. Don't underestimate what you can achieve in 10. Time rewards the right direction." 5. Upstream thinking. Top engineers don't just write better code. They ask better questions. A 10-cent executive once shared a story from Google. The business team wanted to increase ad conversion by making ads bigger and brighter. The engineers asked, "What problem are we really solving?" They discovered users were ignoring the top of the page entirely. By moving ads to the bottom, conversion rates increased immediately. Upstream thinking focuses on root causes, not surface symptoms. 6. The lazy ant mindset. Biologists found that in ant colonies, some ants appear lazy. They wander around doing nothing. But when food sources disappear, these lazy ants are the first to find new paths. They weren't lazy. They were exploring. Busyness without direction is not productivity. Progress requires both action and perspective. 7. Environmental thinking. Psychologist Kurt Lewin proposed that humans live in two environments. The real environment, the perceived environment. A man once rode his horse across a frozen lake, believing it was solid ground. When told the truth, he collapsed from shock. Change your environment and you change yourself. Want focus? Remove distractions. Want clarity? Read classics, not short-form noise. Want peace? Spend time in nature. Change your environment. Change your life. 8. Redirection thinking. Not every wall is worth breaking. Sometimes the smartest choice is to walk away. Persistence without wisdom becomes stubbornness. Quitting the wrong path is not failure. It's responsibility. 9. Problem-filling mindset. If you can't solve problems, you become the problem. One executive once said, "My job is to turn decisions into the right decisions." Careers are built on solving problems others avoid. Those who grow fill holes. Those who stagnate make excuses. 10. The barrel principle. A barrel holds only as much water as its shortest plank. True intelligence is knowing both your strengths and weaknesses, and building around them. A Nobel Prize-winning chemist once failed literature and art, but flourished in chemistry after finding his true edge. Maximize strengths. Avoid fatal weaknesses. 11. The empty cup mindset. To rebuild your life, sometimes you must empty your cup. A Zen master once said, "If the cup is already full, how can anything new be added?" Great actors, leaders, and thinkers remain lifelong students. As writer Émile Zola said, "The meaning of life lies in endless discovery." Final thoughts. Education is bronze. Ability is silver. Connections are gold. But mindset is the ace card. Your achievements will never exceed your thinking. The books you read, the paths you walk, the people you meet, all shape your mindset. Keep sharpening it. One day you'll break through your limits and see a bigger world. Thank you for watching. If this content brought you value, please share it and follow for more insights into wealth and life. See you next time.